Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Offerman Garage. Here we are again in another video. I know I've already done 2 this year. This will be the 3rd one for this year. More than I've done in 2 years. So this is going to be an exciting year. Here we are again with the Audi, but today, honestly, I don't know what we're going to do today. One of the cars is here that I want to show you. One of them's not. It's Illinois, it's middle of January, and it's really crappy out. So let's go take a look at the second car that I decided to purchase. All right, so here we are. This is January in Illinois. As you can see, it's pretty cold. I think it's maybe a high of 20 today. And then we also are getting a tiny bit of flurries right now. But here it is, my new 2000, just kidding. This is my 1988 Chevrolet S10 Tahoe Edition V6 manual transmission with the long bed. As you can see, it's got 178,000 miles on it. It's got a bit of rust at the bottom. It's like that on both sides. Chrome ring on that side is gone. Yeah, there it is. A little bit of rust, a little bit of fade, but not bad. All right, let's go ahead and get in it and start it up and see what's gonna happen here. Of course I don't lock it. It just sits outside. And it's an 88 S10 with a gajillion amount of miles. See, manual transmission. I semi-installed a CB radio. I know Vice Grip Garage, but I'm here what I can do. Manual windows. Tape deck works wonderfully. And as you can see, it's all right there. Let's see what happens. See, it's got 184,000 miles on it. Look at that. Look at that. Now, I bought this truck a couple of months ago, sight unseen, with 180-some thousand miles on it already. This thing is a trooper. We drove it home 300 miles. It doesn't have a leak. It doesn't have a burn. It holds all of its oil. It's just a trooper. I pulled the Chevy 1500 with it. I've done all sorts of things with this truck already. It has just been wonderful. And if you see this wheel in the back, that's the old 14s it came with. I upgraded it with some nice rubber with some 15s on there, give it some better beefiness and blood ground. Now, it does rub slightly in this area with these 15s on here. It's only a full lot, so nothing you have to worry about there. So what we're going to do is we're going to let this warm up for a little bit, and then we're going to pull it in the garage. I don't know if you noticed or not. We're going to go out to the truck now. I think it might be warm enough. We'll see. I don't think if you noticed or not, but there is a lot of dull paint on this truck. In fact, the whole thing was dull. Look at that paint. It is just flat. I'll explain that later on. But for now, we're gonna go for a drive. I got the heat line. Oh, we got music. We gotta turn that down. 100.7. I wanna, if enough people start watching this, I'd like to start making some actual money from this channel. And if I have this radio going, then I won't get paid. So, pretty basic truck though, really not much to say about it, but it looks like somebody kind of whacked into my mirror. That's better. I think the mirrors or the wipers will wipe all this off or break the wipers. How do you do the wipers? Here we are. Hey, look at that. Alright, so park and brake. Not this one. That says hood release. Not this one. Brake release. Brakes off. reverse. Oh, no, no. There it goes. There it goes. She is a trooper. Look at her go. First gear, here we go. We're just gonna go around the block. Clutch in. See, she's strong, ain't she? Look at this. We're gonna clip this snow pile. Shift. Oh, look at her go, huh? Look at this little truck. 1988 with 184,000 miles. We're gonna wait for traffic. La, da, da. Look at this RAV4 just slowly going. I could have gone. Old person probably. All right, here we go. Should we pass her? Oh yeah. The S10 took down the RAV4. All right. Alright, so this is pretty much the S10 driving. She runs like a champ. Let me just warm her up a bit more, and then we'll get her back. Alright, here we are, back in the garage. S10's here with us. Still one more car to show you, but not today's video. And I know you saw last week's episode about doing this stuff, and I know you want an update on how it is, but we're getting there. But first, it's wintertime. We should be showing, the S10. And remember how I said there was a bunch of dull paint on this thing? In which, if you hear a slight drip, it's still defrosting. So, there's a lot of defrosting going on in here, as you can see. But, look at the paint. See how dull it is? This is how the entire truck looked when I got it. Super dull. But then I took the buffer to it. Look at that shine. Now, obviously, I'm not perfect. As you can see here, I may have buffed down this thin paint. But some things, like I said, you'll notice. I put the bigger wheels on. They're 15s instead of 14s. And then I put the nice Firestone tires, tires on there. All four wheels have nice brand new Firestones, which, for all intents and purposes, probably cost more than the truck. You can see we got a bit of a rust issue going on here too. The chrome liner doesn't want to stand anymore. The chrome bumper up front, you can see, has a bit of a rust issue going on. You see a bit of it there. I cleaned it up as best as I could. A huge thank you to Vice Grip Garage for showing me that tip there of cleaning the chrome with the Scotch pad there. Turned out magnificent. I mean, obviously there's still rust. It's still going to be rust, but it cleaned up the chrome so nicely. And then you can see on the paint, look at its shine. 1988 Chevy S10. It's actually got a shine to it. No, it's still a Chevy. It's still a Chevy. Let's not get that wrong. It's still going to have its issue spots. Like we said, the bottom of the door is just gone. The cab corners, I probably shouldn't be able to do this. I probably shouldn't be able to do that. The bed, from the outside, not the worst. It's got a bit of a rust spot here and here. Same thing with the other side. In the tailgate, rust spot here. Same thing on the other side. Now, this truck was used for work. We got the rust spots here where the frame is, where all the dirt gets stuck, because this was a farm truck. So, all the dirt got stuck in this region, and then it just rusted out. But the rest of the bed, it's just beat up. Severely beat up. Like, look at the tailgate. The front of the bed. There is literal holes of where things got punched through as this truck was carrying all sorts of stuff. Look at the wheel well. It literally has a puddle in it because it's dented so bad. Again, there's the old 14 just chilling in the middle of the bed, using it as a spare. It's got the nice the window, the nice bed light, more faded paint, and then of course the nice big truck mirrors that I like on the old S10s instead of the Euro-y ones that come on these. Now, when I said this thing has a V6 in it, there it is, the V6. I know. You were all hoping for the 4.3, right? 1980, the first year that it came with the 4.8 liter, and what do I get? The 2.8. But, let me tell you about this engine. This is a very stout engine, very stable. Obviously, the 4-cylinder is the stronger one, the Iron Duke, I think they call it, but this V6 is equally as strong. Like I said, it's almost got 185 all original 1,000 miles on it. It's got a newer-ish battery in it. That does great. It does fantastic. Now the AC doesn't work, and that is one thing I will be fixing. But what I've done to it, I fixed the air cleaner. I put a new one in there. We did a tune-up on her. She's got fresh coolant in her. I do need to upgrade the brakes-ish. Fluid, at least, is just terrible. The clutch needs to be drained and refilled too. The clutch master cylinder. This was my handiwork, just so I could at least get this beautiful little light working. But other than that, that's all I've done to it. I did a little bit of waxing. As you can see, I'm still not done. I put the new tires on. I did a full tune-up. And that's really about it. I did the rotor, excuse me, and the cap, wires, plugs, tires. Oh, I even did the headlights. But I'm not sure how I feel about them. They look cool. And it's nice to have an upgraded light on there instead of the solid beam sealed headlight that would normally come on the truck. But there's some adjusting that still needs to be done to it that I haven't done yet. But this is the 1988 Chevrolet S10 two-wheel drive, one-wheel fire, manual transmission, Tahoe edition. What are we going to do to it? I don't know. That's up to y'all to decide. Maybe we can figure it out. I'd love to be able to give this to my kid someday. He's really excited about it. He's only 8 years old. So he just sees a blue truck and thinks it's going to be the best thing in the world. But we'll see how that goes when he turns 18. But this V6 may not last. Are we going to rebuild it when it does die? Or are we going to put something bigger in it? There's always that option. But one thing I definitely do want to do to it is make it a two-wheel fire, not a one-wheel. As we all know, one wheel is just, it's for Fords, right? Let's be honest. But for now, this is my 1988 Chevrolet S10 that you guys just don't know how excited I was to buy one of these. I have always wanted one of these. See, I was born in the 80s. We'll just say that for now. And, when I was in my teens growing up, this was a hot car. Granted, the 4.3 was the better one with the short bed, not the long bed. but that long bed comes in handy. And I mean, come on, a strong V6. I can do anything with this truck that we choose. So it's going to be up to all of you. What do we do to this beautiful S10? Do we just fix it up and make it all original? Do we lower it and put a giant V8 in it? Or do we just put a giant V8 in it and leave it stock height? Do we turn it into a mud bogger? What do we do with this S10? Oh, and before I forget, the rear bumper itself also is pretty bad shape, but it's only in the middle section. Only in that middle section. See, there's more water. It's just draining. This is my new vehicle for the channel. With my 2012 Audi A4 manual all-wheel drive, probably better in off-road than the truck, believe it or not. But we're not making it for off-road. That's what this one's going to be for. Even though it's only two-wheel drive, we'll see what happens. Again, thank you for watching this channel, Offerman Garage. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. More coming at you later.